Let's take a look at standard REI.2. This standard states that we should be able to solve and interpret one variable rational equations arising from a context and explain how extraneous solutions may be produced. So number 1 says, Maya can clean a house in 3 hours working alone. Zach and Maya clean the same house in 2 hours when they work together. How many hours are required for Zach to clean the house working alone? So let's set up that Maya can clean one house in 3 hours, combined with Zach's time that we don't know. So let's put one house in X amount of time. And then we do know that working together, they take 2 hours. So we're going to put 1/2 for their total time working together. So something we can do is we can get a common denominator. So I see that 6x would work. So I'm going to turn these denominators all into 6x. And then once they're all the same, I'll be able to cancel them out. So I'm going to multiply this first fraction by 2x at the top and the bottom, and the second fraction by 6, and then the third one by 3x, and then I'll have a common denominator. So I have 2x plus 6 in the numerator equals 3x. But now we can cancel out the denominator of 6x and just solve the numerator. So that leaves me with 2x plus 6 equals 3x. So then I'm just going to subtract the 2x from both sides, and I get 6 is equal to x. And x was Zach's time, so that's what we were looking for, which is D. Question 2 says, working alone, Ronnie can paint a fence in 3 hours. Working alone, Haley can paint the same fence in 2.5 hours. In approximately how many hours can they paint the fence when they work together? So let's put Ronnie is one fence in 3 hours, plus Haley is one fence in 2.5 hours. And together, we're going to figure out how much time they take working together. So what we can do when we just have fractions like that, and in other cases, like we could have done that for number 1 if we moved everything to one side, is we can use our calculator to help. And actually, I'm going to use Desmos for my calculator instead of the graphing calculator. So let's type in 1 divided by 3 plus 1 divided by 2.5. And then I'm just going to hit that little fraction box in blue. And so I easily get 11/15 when I add those up. And then that's equal to 1/x. So now I just need to cross multiply to figure out how long they take working together. So that gives me 11x equals 15. And then I can divide both sides by 11. So that gives me x equals 15 divided by 11, which is 1.36, which is 1 hour and 0.36 times 60 minutes. We can figure out the number of minutes. So 0.36 times 60 is about 22 minutes. So that looks like B would be correct. And we could also tell it's over 1 hour. So like A is wrong, C and D are too big. So we could have even noticed that and saved us a little time. Question 3 says, Noah bought a new computer for $900. In addition, he purchased an annual warranty that costs $150 each year. In how many years will Noah's average annual cost of owning the computer be $300? So let's set up $900 plus the $150 per year divided by the number of years it will take for his average to be $300. Then we can do different things to solve this, but to solve it algebraically, I'm going to multiply both sides by x to get the x out of the denominator first, and then bring down 900 plus 150x is now equal to 300x. So then I can move the terms with x to one side. So I'm going to subtract 150x, and I get 900 equals 150x. And then I can divide by 150. And I get 6. So in 6 years, Noah's average annual cost would be $300. And the way you can solve that as well, or check your answer, is you could type that into Desmos. So let me show you what we could do while I have Desmos pulled up. So we have 950 plus 150x. And let me put that together, divided by x. Then you can type y equals 300 into another line, and then scroll up to the 300 and find where they touch. So then I see the x equals 6. You can also type it in just the way it looks. So if I put equals 300, it should be that my x-intercept is my answer, which is 6. So it won't let me click on it, but I can visually see that that does look like 6. All right, so that's it for REI.2.